And we're back with 7-Day Carnival. Let's start with my current favorite one, which is the Wiggle Car Racer. This is just what I currently played the most so far in the 7-Day Carnival, and I just enjoy it that much. I don't really know what they can add to make it better, although I'm sure some players would want some kind of PvP for this. Probably something similar to a Mario Kart. Although personally I'm already fine with this. Other opponents could be just an extra for me. I would like to pick other characters though, and different maps as well. I just think PvP is gonna be hard when there's these smaller circles here. So technically they need to adjust a whole lot of things, or it'll be harder to catch up to the other players. I almost hit the wall there. But yeah, I find this mode to have a very high replayability. But that's just what I personally enjoy, I guess.
I'm off.
Next is Balloon Blaster, which is a slightly different from just balloon shooting. So basically we just shoot the balloon that has the US same color. And that's pretty much it. I do think it's pretty unique. Maybe they could mix it up with shooting all the balloons. But how would we know? Well, they could just remove the dotted line in the middle and have the balloons fly upwards. I think that's fine, right? I'm only thinking of that because I kinda enjoy both.
Too easy. Time to head back in game.
And we have a part 2 of it. Quite a shame that the Wiggle car only has one part.
Come on, then. Keep 'em coming.
Also, we do have a faster rate of fire pistol here. And honestly, I think this is quite short, which is fine, I guess, for
Can you
this
feel the
mode.
weight of this victory?
Next is speedrun, although personally it's like overshadowed by the Wiggle car racer.
Please.
So for this mode, I do think they need something to at least make it stand out on its own. I think a good quality of life is, not needing to recast the skill. I'd probably say maybe it also needs more obstacles. I also wouldn't mind switching characters like Richa Turbo for speed, series for destroying walls, and Gacha Rhapsody for flying.
Objective complete. All recorded. This feeling. I'll keep it safe. Which direction, Adjutant?
Now dash push. As much as I had fun back then for this mode, I just think I had more enjoyment on the other modes. Now this is a 2-minute mode, far longer than the other ones, so this is why I think they might need to add something here. And what's the context as to why they have to add one? Well, first is a 2-minute mode, which is longer than the others. Secondly, the kill streak is just there for points. So at the very least they could add something in the kill streak. Maybe a speed boost every 5 kills, who knows. But that's just me.
Please, get out of my way! Those memories of pain, let them fade. I'll take care of everyone.
And lastly, we have Box Cascade, which seems like they added special boxes here. One that destroys all boxes in a certain range and one that destroy all boxes with the least color. This mode is honestly fine, you know. I just prefer the other ones, but that's more on personal preference. It's just that my eyes are a bit slow in recognizing the color, because it's like grouped up together, you know, not like in the balloon mode where it's a bit separate. And yes, this is also a 2-minute mode, but they already added, you know, special boxes. They could probably add more variety of special boxes, but you know, that's probably about it, you know. There's really not much to add to a mode like this, you know, compared to the previous one, where they kinda gave me a reason to think of ways to improve it. And there's not a whole lot to say now. While some of the modes does need improvement, I do think they still need to focus on their main game modes. Although the highest priority still is, you know, making the game back to normal. But if they can't do that, then just focus on the game modes. Like, yeah, there are ways to change it back to normal, but some people won't really want to risk it, and some people won't really want to do those just to put it back to normal. And if they can't, then there are other ways of like still doing it, but it depends if players will still treat it as such. The game's only advantage is that there's still not a whole lot of anime shooter PvE games out there yet. But they do need to improve a whole lot more to the shooter side of the game. They need modes with better replayability. One way of achieving that, at least for me, is randomized
I
spawn
will always trust
or
your judgment.
randomized map.
Let's get this over
And
with.
what I
got
meant
a
by
range
that
match
is
later.
like closing an area and then opening a different area, you know, like moving around it. And this is just part 2 of the Box Cascade. Anyway, other than the one that I mentioned, with the replayability. I think they do need to balance the units, but it's gonna be very hard. I don't think they'll be able to. Some units are just too strong in general. What else? Well, maybe they could add a first person view, although not really necessary. Now why? Well, they could add first person shooting, and it seems like other people enjoyed NTE's first person view. I do think it's doable though, but again, not really necessary. I'd say it's more of an add-on than the main thing that they should focus on. But that's just what I currently think. And we still have around 56 seconds. Still a bit long. As for 7-Day Carnival, it has good side games. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. But what do you think of the 7-Day Carnival modes? What do you think they should prioritize over anything else right now? Especially if next patch is anniversary.
That's that sorted.